What's up, YouTube? This is a 2020 Dodge Charger GT, and this is a Widebody Scat Pack. Alright guys, so I've been letting the car idle here for about a minute or so now, but take a look at how this thing sounds. It sounds so sick. Man, this car looks so good with the Widebody, and I learned something new today. This car can get the Widebody in the Scat Pack. I'm going to show you guys a window sticker around the car, around the interior, and then I'm going to show you guys maybe some revs. So take a look at the beast under the hood. Now this is going to be a 392 6.4 liter, whatever you want to call it. This is going to have, you ready for this? 485 horsepower and 475 pound-feet of torque. Now obviously if you want more power, you have to go to the Hellcat. My personal opinion, this is the funnest car to drive. I find that the Hellcat's dangerous. I mean, of course, if you want all the power, that's where you want to go, but this car already has a lot of the goodies on it. Cannot wait to show you guys around this car. I gotta get some sun on the side so you guys can see the menacing black on it, because it just looks so good. So let me go ahead and turn it this way, that way you guys can see the side view of this car. I gotta tell you, that sound never gets old. I could just sit in my garage and just keep turning it off and turning it on because it sounds so sick. Alright, man, I like the transmission. It's pretty smooth too. It feels like a manual when you do let off. But let's go ahead and take a look at the outside of the car. After we're done there, I'm going to show you guys the window sticker and show you what options and features this car has. Alright guys, in the comment section, let me know which one looks better, this or the BMW M3 Widebody. I'm leaning a little bit more towards this. I love the way this car looks. So sick. And having the black on black wheels with the black paint looks it looks menacing. I want to find one of these cars in white to see what it looks like with the Widebody. But Widebody looks better on a darker color cars in my opinion. Gosh, check this out. The front tires are wrapped in 305 35 20s. And these are going to be all-weather Pirelli P0 tires. Out back, it's the same situation. They're riding on 305 35 20s. And since we're down here looking at the wheels, take a look how easy it is to clean the inside of the wheels. Like, I really like that about these wheels. I'm very OCD, so I like to get all the way back in there and clean the back of the wheel. I was kind of hoping they would go with like a 315, 325 wide tire in the rear, since they were giving it the Widebody package. But you know, 305 is still good enough. I think the regular Hellcats without the Widebody came with the 295s, but overall, I really like the way this car looks. I mean, I can't say enough about it. It looks so good. I'm trying to give you guys the best views possible. And just check out the stance. This is what you call stance nation right here. I mean, this is a stock setup, and look how good it looks. You don't even need wheel spacers. I mean, they just did a good job from the factory with the wheel and tire setup. So good. Concave wheels. Man, I might be buying me a Scat Pack today. I'm just saying. I gotta put this car away. I'm starting to get a little excited. I can see my wife's cars work because I'm not trading in my truck. But man, let's take a look at the window sticker now. All right, so as I mentioned, this is gonna be a 2020 Dodge Charger RT Scat Pack Plus. Now, take a look at the base price. So if you do want this car, you're gonna have a base price of just under $40,000. Now, what's interesting about the transmission is this is gonna be the 8-speed 8 HP 70 transmission. This probably is similar to what Ram uses in the heavy duty segment. Uses a 8 HP 75, so that's pretty cool. And then this is going to be a short listing of your standard equipment. Starting off the options, it's going to be that Scat Pack Widebody. Now this is pretty interesting. Look at the things that you get. Now although it is $6,000, you do get the Brembo brakes, you get the shift indicator, body color fender flares that you saw on the outside. You do have the flat bottom leather steering wheel, and it has the competition suspension and adaptive dampening suspension too. 20 by 11 inch wheels, and of course you saw that this had the Pirelli tires. Moving on down the list, you do have the Plus group, and here's what's going to come in that package there. It's basically going to give you some comfort features like the Napa and Alcantara seats. You're going to get the ventilated seats also in the front, and there's a few other things too. And then it continues at the top here. Moving on down, this does have the technology group. It's going to be like a safety package in my opinion. Has that advanced brake assist, rain sensing wipers, lane departure warning, all that good stuff. High beams are automatic. And then this one does have the carbon and suede interior package too. I'll show you guys around the interior in a second. And then driver convenience, navigation and travel group. Harman Kardon, $1595. I mean, this car has a big price tag. Cargo net, sunroof, and it has the 20-inch carbon black wheel, which is going to set you back $1295. And then this has the red brake calipers, $595. Destination comes in at $1495 in. You have a total price of $59,575. And you can still get 24 on the highway. As much as I love the exterior of this car, the interior is just lacking in every level. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's just not good at all. I mean, even something as small as this, it doesn't work anymore. I mean, for 2020, I'm hoping that they will let this be the final year for this car, and they do a revision to the whole car, make it look a little bit more modern. But you know, I don't know. I just think that this car it needs a huge makeover. One thing I would like to see is maybe do a different seat for this car, maybe like a sport seat package, because these are very big seats, and I feel like they take up a lot of the interior. So it would be nice if they would just make a optional seat package just to give you more space, and it probably would reduce weight on the car. But overall, love the flat bottom steering wheel. I do love the way the gauge cluster is actually laid out. And you do have an 8.4-inch screen, and you also have a screen inside the gauge cluster too. And of course you saw your driving features for the car. I mean, there's so much about this car that makes it advanced. But if you're looking at BMW, Audi, I mean, you're looking at a $60,000 car, and this isn't even a Hellcat. And the Hellcat gets a little bit more expensive. And some dealerships are putting $20,000 addendums on the wide-body Hellcat. So keep that in mind. You're looking at a $100,000 car, and even if they discount it, you're looking at a $90,000 car over sticker. So look at this. And high resolution. Of course, you're going to get navigation and ventilated seats, and they're going to be heated also. Apple CarPlay, all that good stuff will be inside of here too. You can set that up through here. And of course, when you buy a Dodge, they do give you 1 year Sears radio. I love that they do that. A lot of companies only give you 1 month or even 3 months for that fact. And one thing that a lot of people don't know about this system too is if you would like to adjust things down here, you can drag things to the bottom and really customize this however you want. That's one thing I will say about FCA. They have the best infotainment system. I don't think anyone really can step to this. I think this is the best in the game. Very easy to use, touchscreen. You don't have a little toggle switch at the bottom. It's just so user friendly. Dual climate control. Here's all your driving aids. You do have launch control. Very simple interior, which is a good thing and bad thing sometimes, but I feel like when you're spending this kind of money, you're just looking for a little bit more in my opinion. They do give you a 392 badge on the passenger side. and decent size glove box. And here's where I say the seats kind of become an issue in my opinion. The seat just comes back way too far, and I feel like for me, I'm 6'2", I'm not even gonna try to get in there. I can't. I mean, I could, but I'm not messing up my knees. They're already messed up. You have heated seats, 2 USB ports in the center at the bottom there. Really nice red Alcantara and Napa leather. Very clean looking. And you know what, today we're gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna go get my Yeti. I want to see where my Yeti can fit at the cup holder, so stay tuned for that in a second. Now out back, you do have a large trunk, and it's pretty deep too actually, and it gives you a pretty big opening too, you know, if you do go to put something in there. And they also give you some hooks on this side too, to hang like bags. Now one thing I want to point out too about this interior that's kind of lacking is that they're not using LED lighting inside too, and that's just not good. I mean, again, this is 2020, and this car is just lacking a little bit more than I would have expected to. All right, so let's see what this Yeti fits at. All right, so it does fit in these cup holders here perfectly, nice and tight, nice and snug. Now inside the door, it does not fit. Out back, it does not fit. Let's see if it'll fit here. Yep, there it is. So this is a pretty big Yeti. I don't know if you guys can see the size of it, but it fits pretty good in these center cup holders in the rear seat, and of course it fits well in the front cup holders too. Let's run through just this screen here of just some of the modes you have, and then I'll take you guys to the SRT dashboard on this side too. So starting in the vehicle info, we have tire pressure, coolant temp, trans temp, oil temp, oil pressure, oil life, battery voltage, intake air temp, engine torque, engine power, and then it takes you back to the tire pressure. You also have a performance tab in here too. It's going to show you the 0 to 60 miles per hour timer, 0 to 100 miles per hour timer, 1/8 mile timer, 1/4 mile timer, braking distance, current G-force, and it's also going to show you the peak G-force, and then lap timer, lap history, top speed, and it takes you back to the beginning. And now inside of your 8.4-inch display, you do have a SRT dashboard. It's going to basically show you your driving modes. As you can see, you have a street set up here. You can customize this wherever you want. You have race options, line lock, launch control, and of course you have the shift light that you can turn on and off. You also have this preset ways you can set the car. You can do it on track mode, you can do it on sport, you can even do automatic if you like. They also have a valet mode and an eco mode. Now I'm pretty sure no one ever uses eco mode in this car because you don't buy this car for eco mode. Now if you're about to race somebody, you need to get these driving modes quicker. They do give you the driving modes button down here, and you can set it up however you like to. That way you can get ready quicker for whatever you're about to do. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. I will definitely try to do more videos like this for you in the future, and maybe I'll drive one the next time I'm at a dealership. But this was just a quick video I wanted to post for you guys, and when I saw this car, I really did kind of fall in love. But again, see you in the next video.